I feel like we don't appreciate being single enough. Like, I used to find myself all the time being like, oh, like, I just want a boyfriend. Like, I just want a boyfriend.
The worst thing about being single and being single your entire life is knowing that you have never been anyone's romantic priority.
Is anybody else feeling so frustrated with the fact that they're single? Like, I understand that it's God's timing, and when I tell you I trust in that man with my whole life, I mean it. But it doesn't change the fact that I'm still frustrated about it. And that's okay, because I'm being raw with my feelings. God wants us to bring our feelings to him and be vulnerable with that. And if I'm being vulnerable, I'm so frustrated.
They said they were fine being alone. But now, in the silence of the night, the truth comes out. Freedom has turned into loneliness, and empowerment has turned into emptiness.
I'm telling you, that singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you whatever extracurricular activities, when you doing hobbies, when you at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day. That's it. That's when the singleness hits you like, damn, I wish I had somebody. But throughout the day, you don't even be thinking about like, oh, I wish I had somebody to, talk to on my lunch break, or, like, I'm not even thinking about that stuff. But at night, when I lay my head down in that empty ass bed, oh yeah, that's when I be like, dang, yeah, I wish I had a little stink.
Her words reveal a common contradiction in modern thinking. During the day, she lives like she doesn't need anyone, busy with work and hobbies, caught up in a lifestyle that idolizes independence. But at night, the emotional truth shows up. The absence of a partner, of a safe place to rest, hits hard. And this emptiness isn't filled with more independence, but it's filled with emotional intimacy, stability, and a real home. The very things many women reject until it's too late.
What's the hardest part about being single for you? Because for me, the hardest part about being single is believing that I deserve love, believing that I will find love, believing that it'll happen for me. Because I've been single for so long, the distance and the time between me having been in a relationship and been in love and now has been almost 5.5 years. And so you stop remembering what it was like to be in love. You stop remembering those feelings. You stop believing it's possible, or even believing you ever were in love. And I know I see love all the time. I see friends in love, my best friend. I see couples, and I see that it happens. But right now in therapy, I'm working on believing that not only does it happen, but it does happen and can happen and will happen for me. And it's a hard kind of thing to wrap your head around when there's been so much distance between you and your last experience with it, because you start wondering, why hasn't it happened for me? Obviously, I'm not deserving if it hasn't happened for me. But anyways, that's what I'm working on right now. And that's the hardest thing about being single for me. What's the hardest thing for you?
She opens up about the psychological toll of being single for years, the loss of faith in love. The issue isn't the lack of men. It's the mindset shaped by years of emotional self-sufficiency and unrealistic standards. Modern women are taught to never need anyone. But when loneliness settles in, they realize they were trained for a life that denies love. And now they need therapy to accept something that used to be natural, the desire to be loved. If this content makes you reflect on what's happening in today's relationships, give it a like and subscribe. We need to talk about these truths no one else dares to say.
I feel like we don't appreciate being single enough. Like, I used to find myself all the time being like, oh, like, I just want a boyfriend. Like, I just want a boyfriend. Until I had one. And then most of the time, like, ugh, such an inconvenience. And like, yes, relationships are great, but like, also you have the rest of your life to like be stuck with a person. Not stuck, like hopefully happily married, but like, you have the rest of your life to be in a relationship. Be fucking single. Go out. Have fun. Enjoy your fucking independence. Enjoy going out without having to tell a single person like, oh, this is what I'm doing. You can book a fucking trip and like not even think twice about it. Go be single. It's actually so much fun. Like, it's actually so much fun. Like, I thought I would hate it. Like, oh, I'm gonna miss cuddling with someone. I have a fucking stuffed animal that loves cuddling with me, okay? Like, I don't have to explain myself to anyone, to literally anyone. Like, yes, having a boyfriend was so fun to like go on dates and stuff, but like me and my friends go on dates all the time and I actually have so much fun. I love girls' nights so much more. And like, yeah, I thought holidays would be sad until I was with my boyfriend and that made holidays sad. Like, I could have been just fucking single, living my best life. Like, yes, relationships can be comforting, but like you have the rest of your life to do that, okay? Be fucking single, go out and be hot. That's my advice. That's my advice.
Here we see a woman completely sold on the modern idea of freedom. She downplays relationships, calling them inconvenient, and treats independence like a trophy. But too much freedom with no direction becomes escape, not strength. Comparing a boyfriend to a stuffed animal is a symptom of emotional immaturity promoted by today's culture. This live-in-the-moment mentality always comes with a cost, and when the bill comes, it's steep.
One of you better get a kick out of this because I'm pouring my heart out on here. I want to talk about the loneliness of singleness because it's real. It's a thing. So in regards to me, it is very difficult for me to find people like physically attractive and me have like a thing with that. I have to have an emotional connection before I even like think that you're cool, which is like a separate beast. But it's actually really difficult to see everybody else in relationships like outside walking and stuff, and then you come home and no, you don't have anybody to ask you how your day is, or you don't really have anybody to like text you and say that you're like beautiful other than yourself and like my mom in my life. And I don't know if I just have like really high expectations because my father has been like the best man in my life, but like nobody has stepped up and showed me actions in my life ever. I've never really liked somebody a lot. This could totally be a me thing. Like, I could totally just not find people. I don't know. But like, loneliness, whoa. That makes me feel things. But then I also have days where I'm like, nobody talked to me. I'm the hottest person on the entire planet. So I'm just like, there's no balance for me. It's either like I'm really lonely or I'm like thriving in my singleness. Anyway, I don't know where the end of this is, but hopefully somebody can relate.
Her loneliness runs deep. She still has a strong male figure, her father, which makes it harder for her to accept men who fall short. But she also seems trapped in an emotional bubble where no one is ever good enough. This extreme emotional selectiveness mixed with high physical standards comes from a romantic idealism shaped by modern narratives that ignore what real relationships require: effort, sacrifice, and commitment.
I'm going to get real with y'all today because there's something I want people to understand about my situation as a perpetually single person who has never been in a relationship or been intimate or any of those things. And that is that this is not an easy path to walk. It's really not. And I wouldn't wish this on anyone. I wouldn't recommend anyone follow in my footsteps because it's a challenge. Like, I'm okay with things now because I'm 39 years old. I've had plenty of time to think about it and process it and come to terms with the fact that this probably isn't ever going to happen for me. And that's how I'm able to be content and at peace because I'm old. I've had plenty of time to get over it. But when I was younger in my teens and 20s, I very much wanted to do all of those things. And it was very difficult to watch my friends go off and do everything I wanted to do when it wasn't happening for me. It caused so much sadness, depression, loneliness, feelings of being worthless and undesirable. And none of that is fun to deal with. It's very, very hard. So if you are in a situation where you feel like you're not going to find your person, I truly encourage you to keep looking because I do think it's probably pretty rare for someone to not find a person ever. I don't think that the way I am is common. I think that maybe not everybody finds a partner, but I do think the vast majority of people are going to find their perfect person. So if you're feeling like you want to quit searching, my recommendation is to keep searching because I don't want anyone to end up the way that I did.
She's a portrait of late regret. At 39, she's never experienced love, and now she tries to rationalize the pain through acceptance. But deep down, the grief is there. For the youth, the chances, the affection she never had, the "you don't need anyone" ideology betrayed her. And now she tries to warn other women not to make the same mistake. Sadly, most only hear this message when they're already in her shoes.
The worst thing about being single and being single your entire life is knowing that you have never been anyone's romantic priority. There's not one person out there who just can't wait to text you in the morning. There's not a single man out there who wants to be by your front door and give you a bouquet of flowers. There's not a single man on this earth who wants to take you out on a cinema date. There's no man that sees you as worthy enough to take you on a spontaneous date, whether it's a camping date, a restaurant date, anything. There's not a single man who sees you as beautiful. Not a single man who wants to listen to you and listen to you talk about your day, your fears, your ambitions in life, what you want to be. There's not a single man who thinks you're worthy enough. There's not a single man out there who wants to talk about his day with me, about his fears and his ambitions. And that's why I maladaptive, whatever you call it, daydream so much, because it's kind of like a coping mechanism. And I hate the advice that, oh, okay, just love yourself and love will come. Like, just because I don't love myself does not mean that I'm suddenly unworthy of romantic love. Like, even though, yes, I'm insecure, I still at the same time know my worth in a weird way, and I know what should be tolerated and not be tolerated. And I just want to experience, I want to experience that someone seeing me as worthy where they want to spend their entire day with me. And I think when you don't experience that, it really messes up your self-esteem. Because I think a lot of the time I base my self-esteem on other people's perception of me. And the fact that no one has perceived me as beautiful or worthy to date really messes up my psyche and my mind up a lot. And I know I can't spend my entire life being sad over this, but it does suck that there's not a single man out there who wants to do these things with me. And it's fine. Like, I'm not entitled to a relationship, but at the same time, I would like to be in one. But then I don't want to be, in a relationship where, people set you up on a blind date, or people like, oh my God, go out with them. I don't want to do that. I want to experience a relationship as love, like as a true friends, falling in love, like that type of thing, not where it's like rushed or forced. And I'm just afraid that because I'm getting older, I may never experience that. But I do want to experience that. I don't know.
Her pain is raw. She's not asking for luxury, status, or social media validation. She just wants something deeply human, to be chosen. But the modern world taught men to fear deep commitment and taught women that love would come automatically with no effort, no vulnerability. The result? A broken woman, fully aware of her pain, but with no real tools to escape the cycle of idealization and rejection. If you see where this path is leading, don't stay silent. Like the video, subscribe, and help this message reach someone while there's still time to wake up.